Returning to our panel is Eric Cox, alongside Dr. Samantha Hart. Next to take the stage, co-founders of Limon, a social travel app where everyday adventures become creator-powered itineraries.
Hi, my name is Lili Montez.
And I'm Ramon Montez.
And our startup is Limon. This product has actually come from a lifelong passion of mine to show people the best places to explore.
You know, we've sacrificed a lot to get to where we are today, and we can't wait to use this opportunity so that we can bring Limon to the next level.
We're with Limon Corp. Go fund yourself.
It is so great to be here today. I'm so excited to meet all of you guys in person, finally. We're even more excited to share with you guys what we're building here today at Limon.
Well, it turns out that travel itineraries take time to create, and most never get made. In fact, 74% of Americans say that it stresses them out even more to plan a trip than it does to just stay home at work.
So that's why we built Limon. Limon turns your travel stories into sellable itineraries. All you have to do is upload a few photos, and you can actually record yourself speaking about each one, just like a mini travel podcast. And then Limon's AI will listen to your story and turn it into an itinerary that you can then edit and curate, maybe add in a few jokes here and there before you publish and start selling on the platform.
Limon is the place for your travel stories.
So, how do we make money? The first way, like I just mentioned, is through those itineraries. Us and the creators would both get a split. We will also be running ads on the platform once we grow our user base. But lastly, we will have a subscription, and this one's my favorite. So that would give you an ad-free experience as well as one free day trip to redeem per month. That way, we're actually pushing you to get out there and travel instead of doom scrolling all day long.
Right now, organically, we already have a community of 5,000 travelers across Limon's social media channels. We've been having lots of conversations with all types of content creators, getting them excited about our app, learning about the problems that they have that we can solve for them, and eventually, once the app launches here soon, bringing them right onto our platform. Anyone can turn their travels into a monetization opportunity.
So far, we've developed our MVP, which, if you're not familiar with what that is, stands for Minimum Viable Product. And that includes the core features around posting your photos, recording yourself speaking about each one, and posting them into the Limon feed where anyone else on the platform can listen to your story and get inspired.
So we encourage you all to invest and scan the QR code on the screen if you're interested in being a part of the Limon journey with us.
Nice presentation.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I think it's a really interesting approach. So as people are posting their stories and their pictures and they're talking about where they are, isn't that enough information for people to go ahead and create that itinerary without having to purchase it? What am I missing with that?
Yeah, so a lot of people, when they're telling a good story, they'll leave out some of the more detailed information on the logistics side. For example, where the best place to park is, where are the clean bathrooms, what time of day is like the best time to go visit someplace. So you might get a high-level overview about what you can do, but if you really want to have that curated good experience, it's going to be in those itinerary details.
You're going to have a difficult time monetizing itineraries, or that there'll be enough people buying it that it'll motivate someone to have a highly produced itinerary, even if AI helps to facilitate that.
I have a friend right now who built out an online community, and she had this whole plan for how she was going to make it monetized. And it didn't work out. So she said, I'm going to have a free component to this. I'm going to get a bunch of people in. She has so many people in the community because the idea is so good that now advertisers and sponsors are coming in and just going, we will pay you this much per month to be in front of. So I think if you take out the payment, I think the event space and rolling people into programs coupled with a free initial platform could open up a lot of areas for financial success.
One part that I'm always concerned about from two-sided marketplaces like this is stickiness. A lot of people try to get Uber drivers to come off platform and drive for you, but the convenience wasn't there. They were doing something else, they're not there, and that's really what kept you sticky in the Uber platform. On the other side, we saw what Up Counsel tried to do, where they had a community of legal advisors. It was so easy to poach a legal advisor, because I had the free time. I just like, okay, I'm going directly to the attorney now and cutting out the transactions platform. And so figuring out what's that sticky piece, because my concern would be, once people build a following and they have these great itineraries, straight to Patreon, straight to, or kind of setting up a Stripe payment platform on their own website. My concern is the stickiness and the defectors.
You need to partner with a travel agency. If there was an app that I could go to that would say, okay, Amalfi Coast, and there's videos from affiliates that are there saying, we're doing this and we're doing this, and I'm looking, and then at the end of that it says, now if you want to book this trip, click here. And that goes right to a travel agent that puts the package together and spits that out.
And you get a piece.
And you get a piece of that? To me, that's an absolute home run. I think almost everyone that's planning any kind of vacation would love that.
Unlike TikTok, where you're in the feed for Amalfi Coast and you're looking at all these different pictures and stories of people, this aggregation of information and the transference into being able to book it,
Yes.
because that gets the difficult
there.
part. We find a hotel
That's the
in
hardest
Amalfi,
part.
right? That's the hard part.
Trying to book everything.
And you can get better rates.
And everybody's experiential now. It's
Yeah.
it's about culture, identity, and then experiences. And if you get me hang out with these guys, something that they want to do, I would love to see. I did the Dave Meltzer and the Rory plan out.
I mean, Expedia would be all over this. They would partner, they'd fund it, they'd be all over it.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's one of the big things too, that we notice is that people want to find places to explore from people that they trust. And I always want to hear where my favorite influencers went. I want to get their inside tips on all those hidden gems. So I think it's a great perspective.
I'm going to start thinking about who I know in the travel business and connect you guys with them, because what you're doing would be such, I think, an enhancement to travel agencies right now that are trying to figure out what to do. I really think that this could fly. That's how you really would scale this thing.
Well, I think people watching, they're going to love what you guys are doing. I think they're going to click below to get involved in that. So good job.
Yeah,
you so
I think you
much.
guys are great.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Well done.
We have a lot to think about still. The Titans gave us some really good advice on how we might want to change our revenue model. So we really want to take a look at that, because we think that the Titans' advice could make our product even better than it was before.
I'm excited for the future too. I mean, this is just the beginning, and the Titans gave us so much great feedback. We're really excited to see what the people at home have to say, and we're getting the app out here soon to launch. So it's going to be such an exciting next chapter.
Yeah, we can't wait to hear everyone's story on the Limon app.
I think most people, again, I'm generalizing, but I think most people really don't know. They're going to go to a destination. They don't really know what's there. They don't know what the options are. They don't know if they're going to like something, even when someone's telling me about it. But if I could see it, I see the hotel, I see the pool at the hotel, I see the spa, I see the golf course, I see the beach. And it's like, yes, that's cool. I want to do that. And all I have to do is click. I mean, I just think that's such a winner. Nobody is doing that. I think that jumpstarts the travel agency business. That's just, marry them with Expedia, Booking, whatever relationships we can come together, for them. I think this blows up. They just need a few bucks to get it off the ground and finish their coding. Chase.
I think, YouTube is still aged below a lot of travelers, in my opinion, right? Like, we're all not living on YouTube to find out where we should travel, okay? 40s, 50s, they're not. 30s, yeah, 20s, they are. This could be something good for those travelers that are in the 40s and 50s that see an app, right? They advertise to get that app, and that's what it's all about. They're not searching on YouTube for clicks. And then they get that app and they're able to do that. And then you have so many different ways: advertising to make money, going direct with the travel agents to make money, all these different things. So I think that if they focus on this being an app that's like YouTube, it's a traveling app with stories. What do you want to do? And they advertise that way. To me, at least for me, and I would assume most people my age, it's hard for me to go to YouTube like my kids do and watch something on that. But it's not hard to go, shoot, this is a great ass app that I can sit here and see everything about where I want to go in Italy. This is fantastic.
I think one of the benefits of the show is the relationship capital. So whether it's introducing him to Jeff Hoffman, who founded Priceline, or other relationships that we have, we can help accelerate the value and also re-engineer the vision for the young entrepreneurs to help make them successful.
One thing we all agree on is we all like them. They were really terrific.